When you, grab those letters.
Yeah, I still have some, and maybe someday you'll read them. Tells about shooting a, what do you call it, a polecat?
Which is?
A skunk?
Oh,
I didn't know that's what a polecat was.
I think that's what he called that. Oh, yeah. And that was...
That's an interesting story to put in the letter.
Well,
and then I shot a skunk, and...
I guess I've done worse.
And that was the winter, one of the toughest winters that southern Saskatchewan has had in the last century. And lots of people were, well, the train couldn't get through on that line that goes through Ceylon and Hardy.
Yeah.
And Bengoff people were running out of yeast to bake bread with. They were running out of coal, and they were, you know, they'd cleaned everything out of the stores. And it was looking pretty grim there for a bit. And finally they got a snowplow through, and that same winter, must have been about Easter time, I went with my girlfriend Margaret and her sister and husband, Bernard and Audrey Nelson. We went to Radville on the train. And it stormed while we were there, so we had to stay. There was a hotel, so I was teaching at the time, so I guess I had a little money of my own, and we stayed at the hotel. Must have been there at least 2 nights, maybe 3.
While the storm blew through.
And the train that was coming in from Weyburn had got stormed in at McTaggart, and I remember the wife of the storekeeper at Hardy, Irene Kelly, and her little boy, who was maybe 3 or 4, were on that train, and they had to just spend the night, at least one night, in the train, and the only food they had was from the train crew. They shared their lunches that they brought from home to tide them through their shift on the train.
Yeah. And there would have been 30 people on the train?
I have no idea how many there were, but at that time it was used, you know, fairly regularly by people. People would get on the train at maybe Radville and go to Weyburn and go to a hockey game, and then get on the train and come back again.
Yeah. It was running more frequently then.
Oh yeah, and with a passenger car on it. So.
Yeah. That would have been neat.
No, it doesn't run.
No.